All right, welcome to So Good the Podcast. I'm KD. So get the show started. Before I get the show started, my thoughts and prayers goes out to everyone, every minute, every day, every hour, every second. It's in tragedy happening every day, and we gotta take care of one another. Before I get started, my thoughts and prayers goes out to the family. Lost a family member recently, because Joe, aka Black. Some people call him a plethora of different names. This one hurts. It's always someone that's close to you that hurts, just people in general, but when they hit close to home, it's tough. Won't be the same without you. You will always be remembered. He taught me how to play chess as a young kid. He was running to the store. I was uptown DC, amongst the people, elders. They used to be in the park, playing chess, reading newspaper, just to see, people go up and down the street for years. So I told him I don't want to be here. He was letting me know that I was well taken care of in this community, and they would look after me, and they surely did. I learned how to play chess at the age of 12, 13. Changed my life. Changed a perspective on the view of life, how to see things, through different lenses, for lack of term. And he told me that it would definitely change my life. And lots of memories, a lot of basketball. Me, him, and Pete, Paul, call him P Diddy. We've been around the whole city, the whole DMV area, playing basketball 3-on-3. From the Anacosias, people know anything about that. 6, 7 in the morning for the sunrise, getting out there early because there's a lot of people that wanted to play basketball, run and shoot. Play up there as well. We played a lot of communities, a lot of hoods, a lot of locations. Well respected over the years. I don't recall us actually losing on a 3-3 match, but always always will remember you, because number love, family love you, miss you already, excuse me. But what's on my radar, it's a lot takes place in the world today. It's a plethora of things taking place in the world today. Politics, the economy, people, corporate America, entertainment, this form of entertainment, sports. It's a lot of different things that's going on in the world. But what's on my radar is that we need to get back to loving one another, communicating. I'm always going to spread that message, because that's the message, Not all, because everybody entitled to whatever energy they choose to. But for the most part, people are getting tired. People are looking for something or someone to help them or save them from their trauma or what they're going through. Some people don't have anyone to talk to at least express how they really feel. There's a lot of people out here with smiles on their face and tell you they're okay, and deep down inside they aren't. A lot of people know how to hide their emotions, know how to control it, and that's fine too. What I can suggest is that if we are honest with ourselves, it will reflect to those who are around us. If you can't do something, just say you can't. If you say you can do something and things come up, for whatever the reason is, stick to your word. Still do what you said you was going to do. Just another time, another date, that's fine. But just stick to what you said you would do. Some people wait until things happen to them, and then to where as though they could just disappear and don't even have to do what they said that they was going to do. To each his own. But for the most part, what's going on in the world is October. The election's coming up soon, so a lot of things is taking place in the world. Jobs, schools, diseases, COVID, food, products are being recalled. It's a lot. And on this platform, we're going to let you know what is. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. But it was an instance that took place. It was another shooting. on this platform. Like I said, every show we could talk about a killing here and there. It's always happening, right? But this one here is different. A pregnant woman was shot dead while running from an argument outside a Wawa store. A pregnant woman was fatally shot at a Wawa in Pennsylvania following an argument with another woman who alleged shot at the victim as she was trying to run away. Latoya Davis, 32, was found dead outside a convenience store around 7:20 p.m. on Saturday, according to the Collingdale Police Department, who responded to the scene. She had a gunshot wound to her torso. Police arrested 30-year-old Evelina Williams a short time later. A security video from the Wawa caught the moment Williams shot Davis as Davis was fleeing from the area, according to the Delaware County District Attorney Office. Williams, who told the police she had a license to carry a firearm, admitted to shooting the victim, according to an affidavit obtained by the USA Today. She went on to explain that after she fired one shot at the pregnant woman, she put the gun, later revealed to be a Ruger 380 semi-automatic firearm, in her car, and a 380 cartridge casing was later found in a parking lot. The shooting stemmed from an argument between the two women, but details about the argument are not known. Williams faces charge of criminal homicide, first-degree murder of an unborn child, third-degree murder of an unborn child, first-degree murder, and the third-degree murder. She is expected in court for preliminary hearing on Wednesday. Excuse me. Another young lady, person gone from an argument. Who knows what really stemmed from the argument? As they said, you never know, right? The truth is between those two, and God, right? So at the end, it's unfortunate that taking place, and this is where we are. Can't even talk things out no more. Used to. Even some of the toughest guys, growing up, still to this day, but it's not a lot of them that's willing to talk things out and just hash it out. Some things can't be forgivable, and that's understandable. To each his own. But at the end, we got to do better. Us as the people. We the people. We got to do better than that. 5-10 minutes of anger or frustration could change and alter your whole life. But like I said, you are entitled to how you feel and what you want and what you don't want, and that's just where we are. It's very unfortunate that that young lady is not here. Moving forward, on this platform, Health is Wealth. A lot of people like ice cream. A lot of people like ice cream. So what's on my radar is Breyers ice cream. If they're saying if you enjoyed it, they're saying over the last 8 years you may be in line for a sweet treat as a cash refund. Breyers is paying out a nearly $9 million settlement as part of a class action lawsuit filed against Conoco Inc. and United States Inc., the advertiser and the parent company of Breyers, respectively. The lawsuit claims Breyers' label natural vanilla ice cream gave consumers the impression that the dessert contained vanilla flavor derived only from the vanilla plant and not from the non-vanilla plant sources. The lawsuit also alleged that the ice cream contained non-vanilla plant vanilla flavors. The defendant denied the claims but agreed to a $8.85 million buyout. The settlement fund notes eligibility for anyone who purchased Breyers natural vanilla ice cream in any size between April 21st of 2016 and August of 14th, 2024. You don't need proof of purchase to qualify, but it will affect the size of your payout. Those without proof of purchase can only receive a maximum of $8 or $1 per item purchased. However, if you have receipts, there is no limit to the amount you can receive. You will be eligible for $1 back for each product purchase. If there's are any large number of validated claims which exceed that $8.85 million fund the payments will be less than originally anticipated, but sent out proportionally. You need to file a claim by February 19th, 2025 to be eligible for cash payment. There's a limit of one claim per household. You can file the claim online or by mail. It's crazy. It's $8 class size lawsuit. Well, I know a few people only like particular brands. Well, those who do like their particular brand, the class action lawsuit said that you're only gonna get up to $8 and or with proof that you have. You can do your own thing. You don't have to go through that. If you was a diehard Breyers ice cream and only Breyers, I would say you can possibly look elsewhere to move forward with your claim. Hopefully you got your receipts and you just go from there. Yeah, they are on my radar. It's unfortunate. Breyers ice cream is on my radar. A lot of brands are on my radar. I heard someone say that, what's going on in America, in the world, in America mostly, just contingent to the food and what people are consuming as far as food. Someone said that almost like everything's worse. Everything is contaminated. Well, not everything. It's never all of anything. You just got to do your research and your homework. Or just flat out just grow your own food. Depends on where you are. It's going to be kind of difficult. But the way society is and the economy and corporate America, you can order anything, almost anything offline. But that will have you do a lot of homework. That will have you to do research and, go through data and stuff like that to find the healthier food that you consume. That will take time, yes. The easiest thing to do is go right down the street, to go to this drive-through, go through this curry out, and that's it. Those are the results that you would get. If you don't do your homework, those are the results. Next on my radar is the apple cider. They saying there's the health officials urge consumers to be careful with fall treat. Apple cider has become the start of the fall, but health officials are warning consumers that drinking the cozy beverage is not without risk. Orange County Health Department in Illinois, for instance, has issued a seasonal health advisory to warn people about the dangers about the apple cider, which has the potential to cause serious illness or even death if consumed, according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. It's an unpasteurized apple cider. Apple cider is a beverage made from fresh apples, typically a bit murky and golden color because unfiltered and unpasteurized, if I pronounce that correctly. The department said in the Facebook post, most apple orchards don't take the time to pasteurize because it is not required. Any juice or cider that is not pasteurized, excuse me, pasteurized or heat treated. Excuse me, or heat treated. What's going on? Heat treated may contain harmful bacteria from give me a second. That was weird. Heat treated may contain harmful bacteria from the fresh squeeze or raw fruits or vegetables used to make it. According to the FDA, the bacteria could lead to food-borne illness. Children, older adults, pregnant women, and people with weakness immune systems are more susceptible to the effects of food poisoning. This group of people risk serious illness or even death from drinking untreated juices. This is the FDA said. Most, but not all, juice sold and pasteurized. FDA says the FDA has received reports of the foodborne illness outbreaks tied to the consumption of fruit and vegetable juice and cider, but the agency notes that most of the juice sold in the United States is pasteurized or is subject to non-heat process to kill harmful bacteria. On all untreated juice products should be refrigerated, and warning label that says, warning, this product has not been pasteurized, therefore may contain harmful bacteria that can cause serious illness in children, the elderly, and persons with weakening immune system. Excuse me. But the FDA does not require warning labels for juice or cider sold by the glass, which can typically be found at apple orchards, farmers market, roadside stands, juice bars, and some restaurants. The FDA recommends consumers who intend to purchase juice or cider from grocery stores, cider mills, or farmers market that fall to look for the warning label and ask if you're unsure. They're saying, if anyone has consumed contaminated juice or cider, you can report it. Like I said, it's a lot of things that are being recalled in most stores and restaurants and manufacturers. Most, not all. And by the time you know it, before this year is out, might not be nothing on the shelf. What will most likely replace those products off the shelves will be something that you can consume. Things that will be good for you, that are good for you. And, to each his own. We all have, for the most part, most have their moments to where they just want what they want. And it doesn't matter. Some people say that as long as you're doing it in moderation. Okay, cool. Respectfully, you can do whatever, and you can flush it out of your system. But, do you drink poison in moderation? Yeah. So, just check your products around this time. Definitely, they call it the holiday season. People going to definitely consume a lot of food, a lot of drinks. Some of their favorite food and or favorite drinks. Just be mindful of what they are, because people are getting very sick and or dying from it. These are the reports. I'm telling you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. So, now this one here, been pretty much what I've been speaking about on this platform. Contingent to, a lot of data breach and stuff like that. It's been a massive data breach exposing personal data over 230,000 Comcast customers. Yeah, that's the one right now. Data breaches have become the norm. You think? Among major tech companies. They said they've been reported countless incidents affecting around, the AT&T, T-Mobile, Roku, Tel, and Verizon. Many of these companies have also been hit with hefty fines by the FCC, yet the data breaches just keep coming. Pause. The latest to join the list is Comcast. It was confirmed, like I said, 230,000 customers were impacted by a data breach involving the debt collector financial business and consumer solution, abbreviation FBCS. Comcast had made it clear that the breach relates to the February cyber attack on FBCS, which impacted more than 4 million people. Its own system, including those of the broadband unit Infinity, were not broken into. The FBCS informed Comcast in July that its customers' data has been affected, saying an unauthorized party downloaded data from the FBCS system and encrypt some systems as part of the ransomware attack, according to filing with the domain's attorney general on Friday. This is the via TechCrunch. The data breach affected 237,703 Comcast subscribers, with hackers getting hold of their names, addresses, social security number, birth dates, and Comcast account and ID numbers. Comcast said that the data include in the breach dates from around 2021 and that it stopped using FBCS services in 2020. Comcast filing confirms it was ransomware attack, which means hackers lock the data and are asking for a fee to get it back. FBCS itself hasn't revealed the nature of the attack yet. Ransomware attacks aren't rare, and most of the time companies can't do much except pay up. For example, AT&T allegedly paid over $370,000 in ransom after a hacker stole important data. If the hackers behind the FBCS data breach leak the information online, like on the dark web, forums, or sell it to other cyber criminals, it could be a misuse in more ways than you can imagine. For starters, scammers might use it for identity theft to send potential victims phishing letters, or even for blackmail. Comcast is offering free credit monitoring for those who may have been impacted through data breach response firm CIX to minimize the damage. It's another one. Seems like when it's going to stop, I don't think it is. It's the new norm. It's definitely a new norm. And this is where we are. A long time ago, we talked about what they call it, the real ID or ID. Things are digital now. If you believe in it or not, or don't want to learn or not, that's where we're going. And the world is moving at a rapid pace. People need to keep up with what's going on. Some people are still old school, respectfully. You are entitled to that. But there's so much information, there's so much technology that's taking place that is being created and or modified. Got to keep up with the times. The youth has now, and they are the future. In this internet world, in this digital realm, and content creating, and all these different ways of expressing and or letting the people know about a product or service or news or whatever your format is. At the end of the day, this is where we are. And all these things that's taking place with your information via the digital realm, it's getting out of hand. It's definitely getting out of hand. Excuse me. We talked about this a long time ago. It's a lot that's going on with this. 1 month is this, 1 month is that. It was a COVID testing lab owner pled guilty to giving fake test results. Yeah, it's a medical testing laboratory in Chicago pleading guilty to 1 count of wire fraud on Monday, according to the press release from the U.S. Department of Justice. Elvis facility known as Lab Elite was releasing negative COVID-19 test results to patients that either weren't performed or were inconclusive. The only reason anyone figured it out was that some patients received positive tests while waiting on their results from Lab Elite and were confused about the information from the Chicago lab. They call it contradictory. That's what they do. In a court filing from 2023, prosecutors laid out how Elvis submitted roughly 83 million false claims to the Department of Health and Human Resources sub-agency known as the Health Resources and Service Administration. From February 2021 to February 2022, the lab offered PCR and rapid tests for COVID starting in the late 2020s during the first year of the pandemic. Elvis' lab was raided by the FBI in February 2022, and the 45-year-old pled guilty this week to $14 million worth of fraud, acknowledging that he knowingly submitted false claims to HRSA, according to the DOJ press release. What is that? As Ars Technica notes, Elba bought a bunch of cars and stashed his ill-gotten winnings in both traditional bank accounts and the Coinbase account. The cars are listed in the indictment as a 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLB 200, a 2021 Land Rover Range Rover HSE, and a 2021 Lamborghini Urus, a 2021 Bentley, and a 2022 Tesla X, the defendant, defrauded the American people at a time when we were most vulnerable in the midst of a global pandemic. And the indictment shows that the FBI, along with our law enforcement partners, are continuously working to Americans safe and uphold the Constitution as our mission demand of us. Robert W. Willard Jr., special agent in charge of the Chicago office of the FBI, said in a statement back in 2023 when the indictment was first made public. Alva faces up to 20 years in prison and is scheduled to be sentenced in February 7th, 2025. Roughly 1.2 million Americans have died from the COVID-19 pandemic, and the virus continues to circulate, and government reimbursement money aside and incredibly unethical to be handed out fake test results to anyone for any reason. It is absolutely that the defendant would use a public health crisis to allege defraud taxpayers and further put public health at risk by providing fraudulent COVID-19 test results. Attorney General Kawan Rawl said in a press release, sorry about that, I want to thank the United States Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois, Chicago Office of Federal Bureau of Investigation, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office, and Inspector General, and all of the law enforcement partners working to hold those who perpetrate this scheme accountable. And then people just went on and make these. So, a lot. This was 2024. It seems like it's coming back around. A lot of things are taking place. A long time ago, we talked about the test tools that you can purchase from different stores, different grocery stores, your local stores. No name in particular, but there was a lot of them when this took place relatively in the mid 2020, whenever it took place, that these test results was given back negative, or, positive. We're talking about almost millions of tests. This equipment was recalled. And now that I'm reading this, and there's a laboratory, a guy that makes millions of dollars off of it. It's always more to the rabbit hole, It's always more. That's why, I suggest people to, research. And then when you research some more. Research to the point that you get tired, and when you wake up, you want to research. You wake up thinking about what you research. Just to the point, like, you start reading almost everything. Everything that you touch, everything that you consume, everything that you see, everything, even things you read, you want to read, find out what you're reading about, that makes sense. So we just need to get back to reading, getting back to listening to one another. In fact, checking each other. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, iron sharpen iron. That's what we are. And this is what we need to get back to, because all these things that's taking place in the world, a lot of things is happening in 2024, and it seems like it's not slowing down. This is from, they saying that DHS, high threat of terrorism in the United States in 2025. This is being reported. They saying that the war in the Middle East and political extremism within the United States mean there is a high threat of terrorism within the nation. The Department of Homeland Security announced Wednesday the DHS released in 2025 Homeland Threat Assessment, which says lone offenders and small groups pose the greatest threat of committing terrorist acts within the United States next year. Foreign terrorism organizations such as the Islamic State continue their intent to conduct and inspire terror attacks within the United States, according to the DHS. Transactional domestic criminal organization actors are also posed a significant threat of committing terrorist act, while also smuggling and distributing potentially deadly drugs such as fentanyl across the borders. There's so many drugs. They got opioids, synthetic opioids remain a deadly drug sold in the United States, according to the DHS. DHS said foreign governments and organizations will continue sowing public discord while undermining confidence in domestic institutions targeting, the religious monitors political dissidents and journalists in the United States. The influx of migrants across the U.S. borders with Mexico and Canada will continue posing a danger for terrorism and a threat to national security, DHS says. Especially dangerous are criminals, organizations, and individuals who exploit migrants and pose a threat to the public safety or national security. The DHS says threats to the nation's infrastructures are especially prevalent due to cyber and physical attacks, from China, Russia, and Iran, which could target the nation's infrastructure. Foreign and domestic extremists also will continue to call for attacks on infrastructure to further their extremist ideologies and to respond to global conflicts, such with the wars between Israel and Hamas and Israel. It's just war, It's where we are. This is where we are in the times, in the world we're in right now. And people feel like, which candidate on the respectable parties that they feel like is what's best, not only for them and loved ones, for the world. We need to fact check each other. And it tends to, like most people, when it comes to their favorite, whoever it may be, they can see no wrong in them. Seems like if people give people passes or no excuses about what they said, and you can actually pull it up like via social media about what they said. It could have been yesterday, it could have been last week, last year, 2 years ago. And you can show the people the receipt, and people just overlook it because they favorite them over the next person. We the people, need someone that can do the job. That's it. Most people every day go to work, they don't like their boss. What are we talking about? What we really talking about? I'm not really talking about. I'm hearing all this stuff. I'm highlighting that most people are engaging back and forth about who's better than the next person when both parties lie. Both parties lie. They sell you dreams, and when you vote them in, they never hold up to what they said they would do. So why focus on that? Why put your energy into people or parties that care nothing about you? Really, they really don't. They talking about what people ethnic background and their heritage, and they saying that they black, they white, and whatever ethnic background you are. What does it matter? Can you do the job? That's it. That's all that matters in corporate America. Can you do the job? You have the job. People so busy pointing the finger. Judging each other's flaws and just hurting one another. Hurt people. You get back to loving one another. Those who've been hurting people for a very long time in the dark is coming to the light. Things is up in 2024. So if you've been doing wrong to yourself, because it's going to show from health, and, your moods, and emotions, whatever it may be, or if you in corporate America and you're treating the people wrong and not giving them the product and the service that they pay for, it's showing. It's showing at an all-time high. And if you have to know, if you are downgrading your infrastructure because of this, someone's going to replace you, has replaced you, will replace you, because the people want what they want. People need what they need, and that's all they're asking for. Nothing more, nothing less. Most. Some people always want more for their money, but most people just want what they pay for, and they will continue their service. Most people out here are being lied to. We need to get back to, what they say, each one teach one. Each one teach one. So some people are scared because they don't want to believe in what is. So they entertain themselves and keep themselves occupied so they won't have to focus on it. My question is to you. If it comes knocking at your front door, what is you going to do? Can't keep running from it. Gotta face it eventually. So why not prepare? Just in case. Just in case. I think we talked on this platform about, the port, it's the strike and that stuff. Like, it's not a good thing. It's not, because it messes up worldwide, one. Two, it really messes up the inner city. There's a lot of people in the inner city. And if the shelves is not stocked and people can't get what they need, it's not good. It's not looking too good. So, I surely appreciate everyone. Make sure for continuing to tap in and support this platform. Check out the merch. Should be a link in this bio. Hoodies, hats, chargers. The holiday season coming up again. You got comforters, pillows, shower curtains, slippers, robes. Everything that you can look for is on that platform. I surely appreciate everyone for doing that, for checking it out. If you on YouTube, subscribe, like, and share. Turn your notifications. If you're on Instagram, X, Facebook, whatever it is, follow, share, comment, and hit the like button. Turn on your notifications so you can know that I'm here. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. Yeah, you have what's that? Hillary Clinton. They trying to sensitize freedom of speech. I know you should always watch what you say, but some people just speak their piece. You're entitled to your opinion, but just in a respectful way. They trying to get it to where it's though they sensitizing your platforms. Some of the biggest platforms out here, from the smallest to the biggest, continue to the subscribers, views, likes. It's a lot of different things. People do a lot of different things to portray their image respectfully, but at the end of the day, they want what was said to be one, respectful, as they said, or don't want you to say it at all. And I don't know, that's kind of, this is where we're getting to, like, they trying to mute you, when you are entitled to your opinion. But, every choice has its consequences. So that's where we are. And like I said, they the digital ID and the cashless society is pretty much starting. It's already starting, another country. What's this, in China right now? So I just want us to be prepared. Those who are participating and supporting this platform, just prepare you and your loved ones. If you are, salute you. Continue to love yourself and love your loved ones, and doing right for your family and for your community where you're from, because you never know when that time. We got to do what's best for one another. We have to sit down and have that very uncomfortable conversation. Seems like people don't want to have that no more. People prefer to just be in their phone and not talk to your loved ones or your friends, co-workers, lover, spouse, whatever it may be. Check on your people. Check on your people. Check on all people, but check on your people. Like I said earlier in the show, you have people that's smiling and deep down inside they are hurting. Like, really sit down and see if you can hash things out. Forgive one another, move forward, and get to the money together and run the bag up. That's what it's about. Like I said, on this platform, we have tournaments. Still have tournaments. Madden tournaments is going right now. Call of Duty always. There should be a contact information on So Get the KD. Reach out via text. Surely respond to you on that one. Events, all these things is coming up. If you have some events, need some work, or need some help with yours, you can text that info too. In the contact, So Get the KD as well, or email. Doesn't matter how you can email, So Get the podcast as well. But at the end, if you can't get to the website or the link or whatever the case may be, it's www.sogettheproduction.com. I surely appreciate everyone for tapping in. Look out for one another. I am KD. This is So Get the Podcast. See you later.